Abhishek, give us your introduction.
Sir, my name is Abhishek Das. I live in Lanka with a family of 4 that includes my mother, my brother, and myself, and my grandmother. And I've completed my 10th as well as 12th from Lanka only. Thereafter, I moved on to complete my graduation as well as my masters from University of Delhi. My honors include graduation in political science as well as masters in political science. And thereafter, I completed my masters in 2021. And since then, I'm preparing, and this is where I am. This is my first attempt, sir.
Okay, you have given some attempt in UPSC?
No, sir. This would be my first attempt, sir.
In APSC?
In APSC as well as in UPSC.
In civil services, this is the first attempt?
Yes, sir.
So, I hope you have a good academic background. So, why didn't you opted for any research or academic career?
Yes, sir. Actually, the whole purpose of me pursuing political science was that I wanted to know more about the civil services thing, because I have no idea about how to join civil services when I was in Lanka, sir. It was only after that process that many people had guided me to go to Delhi, because that is the hub there. And thereafter, after I got there and I made some friends, and thereafter it was in that process that it should be fair to say that my journey in college as well as my masters was all that had contributed to my preparation in the civil services only, sir.
Okay, but then you should have applied for UPSC, because that's the higher positions. If you opted for civil services, obviously you wanted to start somewhere higher, isn't it?
Yes,
rather than going into state PSC. So then why didn't you were in half of the civil services, a lot of coaching centers, and you will get a lot of same-minded people over there, no? But I did not understand why you come back and applied for Assam Civil Service.
Sir, actually the thing is, in this year only I was planning to give UPSC only. But then in the previous year I did not give it, because I thought maybe I should be little more prepared, because I was a little lacking the CSAT portion, sir. But then somehow with a little practice before APSC's prelims, so the CSAT was little bit complete. So so that had contributed to my.
But thinking of once you joined, suppose hypothetically I'm saying if you are selected, so you're thinking of giving another attempt to APSC, like sir, one more attempt.
Yes, sir. So actually, so as of now, I'm till the time I do not have anything at my hands, sir. So I'm planning to give the upcoming exams as well, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. So do you have any idea about? Have you ever been to, let's say, Sadia, Tinsukia, these places?
Sir, my mama vari is in actually was in Tinsukia, but thereafter, after my maternal uncle had died. So then it was very little that I could go to Tinsukia, and then the last time I visited was way back in 2012 or 13, sir. But it has been a long time now.
In Sibsagar, if you heard of Sibsagar district, a lot of Ahom monuments or archaeological sites are over there, right? But a place like Assam, which is prone to natural calamities, how would you recommend to protect those archaeological monuments and sites in Assam?
Sir, first and foremost, sir, I believe Kerala and Italy. Kerala, that is in terms of India, and Italy in terms of the international context. Both of them play a very significant role in helping us understand how to contribute tourism. Because as of now, tourism of Assam contributes roughly 5 to 5.5% to the gross GSDP of our state. But in Italy, it ranges more than 13, 14, and I believe it is around 15% approx. So I believe, sir, the first thing is spread out mass public awareness. Sir, can I give a little personal experience of mine, sir?
You are not getting my question actually. You went to tourism, but I was not asking about tourism. I said how to protect the archaeological sites or historical monuments of Assam, since Assam is prone to natural calamities like earthquake and floods.
Okay. Sir, I think in that context also, Italy also has a large number of volcanoes there and a large number of earthquakes also. So we can understand how they build it. And one thing is, first of all, increase the early weather warning system that would help us prepare something beforehand to safeguard things that we can preserve for the upcoming problems, sir. And most importantly, we can also increase mass public awareness that as in how the importance of monuments in our state and how this contributes to the national heritage of our actually the state heritage that actually has an overall impression of a national heritage thing.
Assam is rich in tea. Its identity is based on tea, but we do not have a tea industry and tea culture over here. Why?
Sir, I think this dates back to the colonial practices where tea, even if it was produced here, it was taken to Bengal and other states for refining as well as, in fact, the tea board, we did not have a tea auction center in the 70s, sir. It was only after the 1970s that we had a tea auction board in Guwahati. So I think the colonial practices and the mindset had contributed to the delayed process of development of the tea sector in our state, sir.
Okay. You see, in Assam, we have a lot of issues. Which one is the most significant according to you? And as a civil servant, how would you? What are your steps to mitigate that?
Okay, sir. The first and foremost problem is the problem of flood, sir. I think, and for that, sir, since we cannot stop it, but we can at least decrease the effects of flood. One example would be the levees model of Mississippi that is in USA. So where they constructed not embankments but then levees. This would help in some way to control the flood problem in Brahmaputra. Thereafter, also again, sir, the early warning system, sir. This would also help us in prevention of life and livelihood of the state of the people of Assam.
You stayed there part of North India, which is Delhi, and you could have come to many cultures there. I'll give you a general opinion that the women of Northeast India, Assam and Northeast India, they are more privileged and they get a more respectable position in the society compared to North India. Are you agree with the opinion? And if you agree, what is the sociological reasons for such kind of privileged scenario?
Sir, I absolutely agree with this argument that the women of Northeast India are absolutely more empowered than a woman elsewhere. The first and foremost reason is, sir, we worship Kamakhya. I mean, the worship of Kamakhya in itself is the cycle of 3-4 days there where we worship the Yoni of Kamakhya. And I believe, sir, it is the cultural practices that you have been following for a very long time that inherently also this along with the matrilineal society that exists somewhere in our state that has also contributed to the empowerment of our state that we do not find it elsewhere, sir.
Abhishek,
Yes, sir.
what is CPI, Consumer Price Index?
So Consumer Price Index is the index measured by RBI to measure the inflation that is there in the among the local, but it is different from WPI, which is measured by the government of India.
Achha, what are the major anti-inflationary policy undertaken by the government of India at present?
So very recently, government has cut the excise duty on petrol and diesel. This would reduce the overall because oil is used everywhere, sir. So reducing taxes there will indirectly also reduce, by and large, will help in reduction of inflation elsewhere also, sir.
Green revolution is having some positive impact on our economy. Do you justify this? Do you accept this view?
Yes, sir. There are also positive as well as negative effects of inflation. The positive effects include that as whenever there is high inflation, there is also lesser unemployment. There is an inverse relationship between inflation and unemployment. So as and when there are large inflation, there are.
I'm asking about green revolution.
Green revolution.
Green revolution.
Yes, sir. Okay. Advantages of green revolution is that first and foremost, it made India self-sufficient, sir. Because before the advent of green revolution, India had to import PL 480 food crop from US, and after India did not bow down to the pressure from US that we need to stop the war with Pakistan in 1965. Sorry, I'm so sorry. So then US had stopped the supply of PL 480, and then we had suffered drought. And to prevent that, I think the movement of green revolution has brought tremendous success to the fact that now we have a buffer stock that can feed several other countries as well. And the negative effects include that we are more now into water intensive crops, and thus people are more interested into producing it, and then not that what is needed, but then what is more profitable for the farmers, because for the farmers
It means market orientation.
yes, sir, correct.
What about inequality?
Sir, inequality there it does exist, sir, because a green revolution.
No, it will be increased or decreased
Between whom, sir?
between the have and have nots.
Yes, sir. It will definitely increase because the farmers who are well off in the northern India as well as the mostly concentrated there, they would be more better off with all the effects of green revolution. But yes, because they already have the machinery that can carry on with the process, and if water goes out, they can afford to get irrigation to their place. But poor farmers will not be able to afford that, and then it will largely impact their overall cultivation of crops.
Who is the present president of Assam Sahitya Sabha?
Assam Sahitya, sorry sir, I am not aware of it.
Who got his Gyanpith award?
Sir, Nilmani Phukan.
Nilamani Phukan, in which field?
He is related to which field?
Writing, sir. I mean,
Writing novel or what?
sir, I can make a broad guess, sir. I think it is novel, sir.
Poetry. Okay.
Okay, Abhishek, can you tell me which area in Assam is termed as feral horses?
Feral horses. Sorry, ma'am, I am not aware of it.
Okay, have you heard of the term chakhao? Black rice.
Black, yes, ma'am.
From where does it come?
Manipur.
So chakhao is the local name for black rice. Why is it famous for?
It has got recently or the last year only, it had got GI tag. So and also people were more aware of it because of its high nutritional value of the black rice.
Okay. Recently, a film from Assam made its entry to the goes to Cannes section. Can you name the film and the director?
Ma'am, I'm not able to recall it, but I knew it. Sorry, ma'am, I do not know it now.
The thing it was dealing with.
I think the director was the same of Local Kung Fu. He was the same director. Yes, ma'am, that was the film from Assam only, ma'am.
Local Kung Fu means Kenny Basumati.
That same director, I think.
Okay, you had in your answers regarding the flood and all, you had mentioned a term called early warning system. What exactly were you trying to mean by that?
Ma'am, we can use artificial intelligence as well as different other modes of predicting rightly, as in when and how these earthquakes can come in, and also the areas that are more broadly affected by this problem of flood.
But then, this year in Assam, the pre-monsoon brought around 61% of more rainfall as expected. So how can your early warning system actually be helpful in this kind of situation?
Ma'am, that is a problem with technology, that it cannot be always 100% right. But then but in many cases, I think that can also help us sort out problems there.
So that means when you were referring to the early warning system, there is a loophole. So you should keep that in mind. Okay.
ठीक है सर.